I'm Mikey, and today I wanted to talk about my family's reaction to me going bald. I want to share this experience because if you're watching this, I'm assuming your hair is thinning as well, and if you're like me, you are insecure about that. And I know I was really insecure about losing my hair and how people would see me, so I want to share my experience to try to help you out a little bit. So before I actually shaved my head, I was really insecure about it. I was always wearing a beanie. I didn't really like to take my hat off around people because I didn't want them to see that I was balding because I thought they would see me differently. And I was really hesitant to actually shave my head because I thought they would see me differently as well. So that kind of really did weigh down on me, and it made me not so happy. It kind of really did take away part of myself, I would say. It made me feel lesser than, it made me not view myself that well, and I hated looking in the mirror because all I'd see is my stupid thin hair, and I hated it so much. I felt really ugly, and it was just not a good experience to have. But I did eventually shave my head, and I haven't looked back since because I think I look better now than I did with thin hair. I also hear a lot about people making fun of bald people and things like that. But it's really not that bad. A lot of people do that because they're most likely insecure about themselves as well, and they need something to make them feel better about themselves, so they go after other people. Because if you notice, if someone's really secure about themselves, they don't make fun of how people look, they don't make fun of bald people or tall people, short people, it doesn't matter. They don't make fun of other people. But when I did shave my head, all I noticed was there was some jokes. And of course it's going to be some jokes, especially if people are not expecting it. So one of the jokes that wasn't as funny, but I still heard a lot, was being a skinhead. Heard that from multiple people. That was not as fun to hear, but you gotta just brush it off. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just jokes, and there's no reason to get mad at jokes. And jokes aren't really that bad, but that is one of the things that people would do, is just tell jokes a little bit at first. And that is to be expected because it just happens. I mean, if you grew really tall out of nowhere, people are going to joke about that as well. If you got really buff out of nowhere, people are going to joke about that. If you grew out your hair out of nowhere, people are going to joke about that. Because when your friends and family, if you're close to them, you guys joke around about stuff. And when things change, it creates jokes, and that's just one thing you have to deal with. And it's fun, and you can even join in the jokes. But in my experience, it didn't last that long. I mean, a couple months, jokes were gone. I haven't heard a joke about me being bald in a long time. And I've been bald for a year now, actually. I started shaving my head, and in this year, I haven't heard a bald joke in months. So another thing is the compliments. I got more compliments like shaving my head than I did when I had hair. And that's just one of the things that came along. It's like, people didn't care that I shaved my head, to be honest. They could care less. And that's kind of something that surprised me because I thought people would be more judgmental. I thought people would look down upon me. I thought people would view me a little differently, but nobody has. Since I shaved my head, I still have the same job. I still have the same friends. I still hang out with the same family members. Nothing's changed as far as that goes. And that I was a little surprised about that. Thought people might see me a little differently at first, but no, it wasn't like that. People just did not care. So that's kind of how it is. If you shave your head, the right people won't care. There are jokes as well, but when you're close to someone, of course it's going to be a joke, so you guys joke around about stuff, and that is perfectly okay. And you can break jokes about it too, and just have fun with it. Just just steer into it, have fun with it, don't take everything personally. But if someone is making fun of you for being bald and putting you down for being bald, that's a whole separate thing, and you shouldn't really tolerate that. You can cut them out, you can do whatever, but that's that. But my experience, people just don't care. I still have the same friends, same job, I still play guitar, I still like the same movies, I'm still the same person, and nobody really cares that I shaved my head at all. And that's all I have to say about this. So if you are balding, if you notice your hair's thinning and you're really nervous about shaving your head because you don't want people to think of you differently, in my experience, people aren't going to think about you differently. You might hear jokes once in a while, but that's fine. Go with it. Joke around too about it. Have fun. But other than that, people just don't view me differently at all. And I've gotten a lot more compliments looking like this than I did with hair. And the bonus thing about it too is when I look in the mirror now, I'm not focusing on my thin hair. I don't feel ugly because of the thin hair. I feel more confident because I no longer see that thin hair that I used to see that would drag me down. And I'm able to actually enjoy the way I look because I took something I was insecure about and just got rid of it, and now I don't have that insecurity anymore. So I'm more confident because I don't have that thin hair making me feel ugly, and I feel more confident with the way I look now than I did with that thin hair. But that's all I have to say for this video. I'm going to be making some more videos about being short or being bald, dating advice, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to watch some more of my videos, subscribe down below, and I'll be uploading a video every Monday. So yes, every Monday I will be uploading a new video. And enjoy the rest of your day. And let me know down in the comments below something you would like me to talk about. And yeah.